On Saturday, a horrific stabbing at a Hanukkah celebration in New York left 5 people hurt and prompted the governor to call that domestic terrorism. That attack at a rabbi's home, part of a national rise in anti-Semitic incidents and harassment. With more on how Toronto's Jewish community has been affected by all of this, Zachary Goodman joins us now. He's the rabbi at Holy Blossom Temple in Toronto. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Obviously, horrifying attacks. What has been the reaction here in Toronto?
Certainly. Our community is really heartbroken. We see this as a part of a handful of attacks that have come across to the Jewish community in the States, and it's terrifying for us, truly. Throughout history, the Jewish people have acted as a canary in the coal mine. And so when we see this act of hatred, we see this not so much as an attack against the Jewish people, it is, as well as, and important to note, truly a sign and a symptom of a greater sickness within the society.
We have seen attacks in places of worship right across the board. It seems like no religion is immune to this. What's the reaction from religious leaders? What do you tell your congregation?
Certainly. So myself, as well as our senior rabbi, El Spalansky at Holy Blossom Temple, have been receiving an outpour of condolences and messages of support from many different interfaith leaders around the country. And these attacks come during Hanukkah. Today and last night was the last night of Hanukkah, our festival, the Jewish Festival of Lights. And the message for our people is that we live in a darkened world, and it's our job to increase the light in the world. And we see terror, and in that terror, we know that we need to be the hope that comes out of that terror.
I'm wondering what you would say to our viewers who are not Jewish, who are wondering, like, how do I be part of a solution? What would you say?
Certainly. So the victims of these acts of hatred are Jewish people. And I would say that anti-Semitism is not a Jewish problem. It is not a problem for the Jews to solve, right? It is a problem of society. And it is incumbent upon all of us to speak out when we hear these things, right? It's those little comments you hear on the streetcar, right? It's so important for our police officers, for our press, our teachers, our allies, our friends, to not let anything slide. That when you hear something, you say something, and that we use our voices to stand up for each other.
Zachary, thank you so much for being here today.
I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.